Good day, everybody. Hello, Divine Masculines. Hope you are doing wonderful today. I hope everything is going just like you intended and planned, and that you're feeling vibrant and energized, and that God is on your side because God is, right? You're beloved, just like anyone else. And so, for the card of the Divine Masculine, we got this wonderful card here, the Hermit. This is self-healing. This is going inward. This is accepting solitude as a friend. This is looking at oneself in the privacy of their own space. And it's a pretty beautiful card. This card is also a representation of Virgo, who is in service to others. But first, Virgo must be in service to herself. So you're actually serving yourself by going into hermit mode, because that's exactly where you're going to find healing, Divine Masculine. And as you go into hermit mode, remember that you are a beloved of creation, a very, very, very important part of protecting, protecting many things. One of them is yourself from falsehoods, from false information, from false programs that you downloaded before you knew better, from self-sabotage, negative thoughts. You don't want to manifest things into your life that are going to bring more pain, more harm, because the way we think, is how we manifest things into our life. As you think, so you are. And, I'm Celestial Farm Girl. I've been farming the heights, the mountaintops, to look for good fruits, original things to bring off that mountain down here that we can all enjoy and share in. And to be loved is a good thing. It doesn't leave you vulnerable. To be afraid of love leaves you vulnerable. To be afraid to be vulnerable leaves you very vulnerable. Because what happens is, you grow hard. You allow your ego to continuously protect you from growth. You see, vulnerability comes when you listen and try to understand the opinions and feelings of others and see if it has anything to do with what you're going through. In order to grow at this point in time, we're walking into a new world. We're creating new paths, and we're creating ourselves new futures, better futures with more meaning and depth. And the Hermit is your first step towards this. This means you're ready to look for something more meaningful, more in-depth, tired of superficiality, tired of just, what is superficiality? Shiny, pretty, interesting, when maybe you should be focusing on certain things that you've already set your heart to or put your word on. And maybe you have been distracted from commitments. Maybe you have been distracted from contracts. Maybe you have been distracted from your own growth. And I'm not exactly sure why God is bringing this in. Other than, through my own experience that I've had. So with that being said, This hermit mode here is a wonderful thing to take away distractions and begin focusing on breath and just a little bit of emptying your mind out so that, spirit can come in there and join with you. As long as we think we know everything and we know what we're doing, then, well, Holy Spirit ain't got no reason to involve itself, right? But if we let that ego down a little bit and we say, I am willing to try to see what will happen, and then, be patient, and you'll begin to receive healing, spiritual healing. And that's where it all comes from within our inner world. What's our inner world like? Is it a fruitful inner world? Does it sustain us? Does our inner world make us feel good, ready to get up, ready to do what we need to do? Or does your inner world suck you dry? If your inner world sucks you dry, you need to clean all that out. And that's where we have hermit mode. Yeah. That's why we have hermit mode. I, myself, am just now coming out of hermit mode. After 2 years of being sucked dry for 30. I had a lot of replenishing to do after 30 years of finally leaving a situation. And even though I left the situation kept showing up, insisting to have it his way. You might call him the Burger King. I've heard him called that before on a couple of tarot stations. Had to have it his way. But, I have to have it my way too. So I didn't like his way, so it was my way or the highway. And the thing is, that's a part of my spiritual gifts. I'm very blessed because I am a mirror. And so as the narcissist, and not only that, I'm a magnifying mirror because the power of the Holy Spirit is in me. I'm very protected by both the light and dark. And when this narcissist would come to me and try to attack me and whatnot, there would be, a fierce battle because I hadn't learned yet just to seek the peace. But through those battles, I learned how powerful God was and how much God was going to defend my right to peace. And it began to be that I emulated him and become a bigger narcissist than he was. It was the mirror reflection. I was really surprised because he says, you're a narcissist. And I thought to myself, yeah, I'm really, I'm there now. I am. And I talked to God, and God told me that it is for my own protection that I am a mirror. And so, this brings me back to my dad, who started teaching me how to fight when I was like 5 years old, right? Because I got picked on a lot because I was nice. And my dad said, look, you're going to be so nice, you've got to learn to fight. Sort of truth there. And so, through that, I lost the fear of battle and confrontation. And I am absolutely willing to confront that, which I feel is not right. And so, I stood up for the glory of God, for the truth, for the honor, in a narcissistic way, but I was actually fighting for the right to overcome and be my own boss in my own life. And I am almost there about to win this battle. And I will help to teach other people. And, in order to fight narcissism, you have to have time alone to find your strength, to find your courage, to regenerate. And then you might have to come out for a battle. And you will, while alone, learn how to balance your mental, your emotional, your physical, and your spiritual, mind, soul, heart, and spirit, all into one mixture of balance, and you become somewhat of a force to reckon with because you found God. When you balance out your emotions and your mind and your spirit and your body, well, you know what that is. You then become a living soul. You're a fifth element. And you do this through love. Yeah, look at that. You become abundant. It's almost like you have a dragon with you. And you breathe fire. You truly will speak things into existence. But you can't get to that place on your own. You find the God within you and out of you while you are in this hermit mode, divine masculine. You find your inner dragon. Find the fire within. It is a beautiful experience, although it's daunting and terrifying. And you want to journal it. You want to keep your journal, you know. Always keep your journal. Write about your experience. A year from now, you want to read about it, and you'll see, oh my God, look at this. Even if you only do it 5 minutes a day, it was what the power of the Holy Spirit was talking about in Creator's View. It starts out slow. Your intention is everything. So if you intend to clean your spiritual system out, your inner cup, and there are things, there you go. That's the inner cup right there, divine masculine. Isn't that beautiful? We're all looking to be that. We can be that when we become whole. And whole has to do with wholesome, which means authentic. You go in and find your blueprint. You find out who you truly are, what you were made to be. And you and God, you know, the dragon, creator, source, fire, and water, begin to create a world that's beautiful. However you have it in your mind. And so with that being said, I've been talking. I love you guys. I hope you have mercy. And throw me a kiss back. I feel like your grandmas. I feel like your moms. I feel like, you know, these are things that Creator would love for you to hear about how much you're loved and how much the divine masculine is really needed to step up and find his inner world and shape his inner world into something beautiful, that it will be abundantly over exploding into his outer world. Truth, honor, dignity, respectability, love of self, appreciation for who you are, and in all that chemistry, that self-love will be exuding outwards into your families, to your wives, you'll be happy with who you are. You won't need outside excessive sources to, you know, slow your anxiety or bring you into something else that's going to cause trouble. You want to find the source within you that fulfills you, and it is in there. Ah, look. The death and rebirth. Divine masculine. That's beautiful. Do you see the egg? Do you see my egg right here? Here, let's see if I can fix it so I don't move it. There it is. Yes. Death and rebirth. See my little egg here? And I got the owl right here. And of course the elephant. You know. The elephant busts through obstacles, don't it? We don't let nothing hold us back, divine masculine. We break down walls. And the owl flies overhead and watches for any dangers that might be coming. And the egg is because death and rebirth are one and the same thing. When we die, we begin being born again. Whether if we die in the physical body into the other world, or whether we die to old ideas, old restrictions, old things that we've learned, logograms that no longer work for us. When we literally give up, these things we've been taught that we know are not a part of who we are, and we release them and we die to that old idea, and in the same breath we begin creating a new one in our mind of how we're going to look at things and see things. And so this is a part of hermiting as well. That's why we go into hermit mode. We want to die alone. We'll come back alone, and it'll be with our own thoughts and not the thoughts of others. We will come to our own free conclusion, and when we learn through our own free will who we want to be and how we want to be, we will do the best to do the right thing for the right reasons. But if we make a mistake, we will not fear that, because there is no such thing as a mistake according to the definition of a mistake. A mistake. So as you take to do your new journey and it doesn't go perfectly as you wished, you take a step back into hermit mode again, and you look at how you may have gotten misaligned and out of alignment with the most high creator source's idea of what you could be. Because high creator only wants you to be the best you can be. Death to the old and birth to the new is how the creator wants us to be. We want to get rid of the old skin that no longer works. It's too tight, it's restricting. We want to let go of those old ideas so that we can expand outwards and move with the flow of creation in the universe as we create this new world full of new spirits, new ideas, new ways of being. And so with knowledge and abundance, and there's that, did I just pull these apart or was they already apart? I don't know, they may have been already apart. So let's put these here. But the thing is to, when you go into hermit mode, that's why we go into hermit mode. My little egg, whenever I think of this egg, it makes me realize that we are trying to crack a code, and we are trying to bring back self-love, peace, joy, and happiness to this planet, not just for ourselves, but we would like to see the world be a better place for all. And not do we just want to see the world be a better place for all. We need to be protectors of this planet for the next 7 generations. We want to make sure, because every 7 generations a special one is born that will speak for God, and rises up again and again and again if we allow it to come through, if we believe in faith that we live in this metaphysical, magical place, which we do, right? Yeah. So divine masculine, we're going for a death and a rebirth. You might have went down in darkness, but look, you're rising up in the light. And I don't know why I said that, but you may have started off and it may have been very dark world for you, and maybe not just once, but look, this could be about reincarnating back into this life maybe over 3 times. And now look at the baby inside that egg. This is death and rebirth as a new creature with new opportunities upon this planet. And I pray over every child that is born that it gets the chance to be a child and have a good life while it's growing and learning about itself. And that would be you. So you would direct that good life for you and your newborn child spirit. You would be the orchestrator between you and God of how you want to spend your time building and creating your inner world. Because it will appear in the spiritual world first, which is your inner world, before you bring it to the outer world. And that's perception. What is your perception? Your perception is what manifests into this world. If you've been manifesting good and you're not looking to change your life, maybe just looking inside to see, what your mission is, all good and wonderful. That's still rebirth too. Because you've given yourself to God and your calling, and you're ready to change your life. And whatever calling you were on before you had your rebirth. Law of fire. Okay. So you're going into hermit mode for a death and a rebirth. Oh. You're looking for love within. You're looking for your divine feminine within you. You're looking for your love. You're looking to heal. That's what love does. Love heals. Love heals. Love heals. Love. Having someone to love, having someone that loves you. But this is the angel of love. This is a healing energy of loving oneself. The angel of love. You must be your angel of love. You must learn to love yourself for who you are. You have gifts and talents within. You don't know yet because you haven't explored your heart. What are the things you love out of life? What do you want out of life? Do you want to be a traveler? Do you want to be a husband and father? Do you want to be a businessman? What do you want out of life? Do you want to be, do you want to find your calling and work for the creator source and changing this planet into a more hospitable, loving, kind, gentle place? What do you want? I don't really see any darkness in here. I see there could be darkness from behind, that maybe you came out of the darkness, that maybe at one time you've seen darkness, but it looks like here, being born from that egg, even that serpent is golden. You're going to give birth to something that is absolutely beautiful, that is you within your divine feminine energy, full of, offerings to others of love, and mainly offerings of love and truth to yourself, because the wings are feathers, and feathers stand for, swords, and swords are truth. And we see the gushings of the waters coming out down by her feet, her soul, and the geometric shapes around her, her hair, crown 3. So love makes us like this. And you know what? Truth be told, love is the most powerful. It's more powerful than death. You can raise people from the dead with love. Uh-oh. Almost got my cards mixed up, but I got it. Yeah. I think that's the King of Fire and the King of Pentacles. No, that's Heaven and Earth and the King of Fire. So we have Heaven and Earth here, and that is the whole balance. Balance heaven, fire, and water with earth and air. See? Balance in the fire and water of heaven, the primordial waters of the soul, and fire of the central sun, which is our spirit, and releasing it and spreading that throughout our earth and air body. And when we do that, we soften up everything. It turns into love, right? And through meditation is how you allow that love to go all through your body. Because you learn about your body, you get in touch with your body. You also control the mind, which can be wild. The mind is a wild thing, and you want to put a rein and harness on it. And you do that in the beginning by sitting for 1 minute a day and not allowing not one thought into your head. And it's harder than you think. For 1 minute, 60 seconds, no thought. I almost hold my breath and everything. And I don't even know if I made it a minute, okay? But it is not the easiest thing to do, but it exercises the mind and gets it ready to know who's boss. You're the boss. You must tell it. We're not going to think. We're going to be still for a minute. Or, no, I don't want to think about that. Or, no, that's not my thought. I'm not going to have that. I don't feel that way about things. And that's how you use your love for yourself to control your mind. Ace of Earth, it's a gift. God is saying, while you're in hermit mode, learning to control your mind and what thought you'll allow into your mind and what thought you won't is going to be a gift. It may take a little bit of time. It might take a week of 1 or 2 minutes a day of practicing, not allowing any thoughts to come into your mind. But what it'll do is strengthen your muscle for observing your thoughts and telling some thoughts that you don't want in your mind, no, no thank you. And not allowing anything to attach to you. So you will master your mind, because this is all about mastering your elements. Going into hermit mode, you're working on becoming a magician. You want to master your earth, your body. You want to exercise it and give it healthy, nutritious food. An apple a day will keep the doctor away. 10 to 20 minutes of stretching each morning. If you're, at home a lot, is one of the most wonderful things you can do for your body. It tells your body that you love it. And, eating that apple and grapes and cheese, snacking on almonds and things that are good for you. And you control your mind. Now you got your body under control, right? Right? Now you want to work with your water, which is your heart, learning to love, rejecting resentment. That's why sometimes it comes up out of the heart. If we haven't healed things, we will get resentments, jealousy. These things come out of the heart. They're pains we've been through, hurts we've been through, trauma we've been through. That's why we control our minds, so we can take control of the heart and help it through the bad times. And there will be, we must go back and face the pain with our mind in the right place, our heart and intention in the right place, and work on healing those things. And I was like, for a minute, I was like, wow, I hope I ain't telling people what to do. And then God's like, that's your job, is to let them know how to get there. Okay. Okay, peace. Peace, bro. Peace. Okay, healing. And I am talking to you who are needing healing. And so I have told you how to work your hermit mode. I've told you that it doesn't take you all day, but maybe a couple minutes in the morning, a couple minutes in the afternoon, a couple minutes in the evening to work on clearing your energy, cleaning your chakra system. And, I'm just going to tell you how I imagine it to be. I saw a place in a vision. And in this place, it was wet with moist mist and dew and fog. And in that fog, I felt the spirit while I was there. And there was only rocks and mist. And it told me that it was the ethers. And I believed it because it really helped me a lot. It was fantastic. But the point being, I don't know where it's at, but in my imagination, it's a place of mist and ethers, and it's clean, purifying waters of creation. And you can pull it from wherever you wish to. In the beginning, I pulled off of the Milky Way, imagining it being the nourishing mother's milk, So it's all in your mind, your perception. It's all in your imagination and how you want to form the technology in your brain. But this is how I did it. It seemed to make sense after reading many, many, many spiritual books, Bibles, Quran, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, what else? The Hindu books, I can't remember, the Vegas. I've read these different scriptures, and this is a place and vision that I came to in meeting my inner soul, my inner world, my spirit. I went through a wormhole to get there, but it brings healing. It brought healing to me over the last 2 years. I have healed immensely. If you go back to the beginning of my videos, you can just see how much I've changed. And I didn't start doing this until March of last year, daily. And now, it's nothing to take 5 minutes in the morning or 5 minutes at night to cleanse my energy, to wake up happy. And like I said, it did take time. It did take time. And if you got the right heart and the right mind, in those ethers are ancient secrets that God will talk to you about, the spirit, and you will be able to bring better things into your healing. Healing. That's what it's all about. Everybody's like, God, I got God, I'm going to get rich. Actually, having God means you have a rich inner world. And when you have a rich inner world, that exudes outward. So you must work on, attaining that heaven within in order to attain heaven without. And again, we're talking about healing, right? Healing traumas, going to the past, comforting the things that we're ashamed of, comforting the things that we hate about ourselves, comforting them, loving ourselves, allowing ourselves to be forgiven by ourselves. You're not the same today. Once you begin doing the hermit and you're looking for relief from yourself, you'll find it. You'll find it. Because it's within. It's in bringing your divine masculine and your divine feminine wholly together and seeing the truth of the life around you, waking up to the truth, holding yourself accountable for your actions, doing the right thing for the right reasons. And what is the right thing for the right reasons? If you always think of the overall whole, well, if I did this, is this going to hurt anybody? Or am I doing the right thing for myself or the whole? You know, ask those questions. Ask the question of, do I want to see us all win, or do I want to win at the cost of everyone? Check your emotions. Find out if they are good emotions. Are you loving the life that you can create in your life and loving the idea of sharing with others? Then you're working for God. You're working through your emotions, your loving life. Are you resentful and hateful towards people because they're happy? Then you're on the wrong end of the stick and you need to rise up. Yeah, you need to be happy for others so you can be happy for yourself. Because if you can't be happy for others and follow the example of how people get to happiness, and that makes you unhappy, then it will always fall back on you and you'll even be more unhappy and more sad. So it's just a matter of that mental thing and making sure you're training your mind to think the way your heart wants it to think, which is with love. And then you use your mind to train your heart to think with, I would say, authority, or, it becomes a protection over your heart. Because once you open to love, you need to protect your heart. You become vulnerable, and that's okay to be vulnerable a little bit, but you need to know how to watch your heart so you don't allow it to get taken advantage of. So, any kind of relationship should be slow and steady. There is no time limit. You can be friends forever. I mean, what's it all about anyway? Love is love. Whether you're friend love or lover, or just somebody across the world like me who cares for everybody. And I know there's a lot of yous out there that are like me too, that care for everybody and want to see everybody be okay. And that's why God chose me. Because, when I was a child, I remember I used to think, when I grow up, I'm going to buy the biggest schoolhouse and I'm going to adopt all the kids and people that nobody ever wanted. Crazy, huh? And, I wanted a family. That's why, I really wanted, my idea of a family and love was so much more different than the way I was living it. I just knew it wasn't right that way. And we all know that love is tender, kind, gentle, well thought of, and appreciated. And that's how we want to feel when we're handing love out. We want to feel those things come back at us from the people we love. And even if the stranger can't give that back, we excuse that because they're a stranger. And we gave that love, a cup of love, for free. And it doesn't matter. But from the ones who are closest to us, we want cups of love back to nourish us up. That makes us feel good. A pat on the back, a hug, just a thoughtful, I love you. Or you look great. Or I love that. Whatever, however. And you guys are great with your comments. I love y'all for the comments. Wow, bless y'all. Bless y'all. Bless y'all. And so, Divine Masculine, you're going to find so many treasures in your hermit mode. you are going to be, well, it looks like, we've got the love, the heart, the soul, we've got the earth, we've got healing here, we've got beautiful emotions, we got the rebirth of truth and honor in your life, because truth and honor are one and the same. But first, you got to be truthful with yourself, right? And then you shine like the light. Because when you go into hermit mode, that's what you're looking for. You've got to shine everything up. You got to shine your sword, and you're looking for the light. And a lot of it will come through accountability and taking responsibility for things that maybe for a long time you thought belonged to someone else. And we have to take our part of the responsibility. And then that's it. After that, our choices, the choices we make. We don't take nobody's responsibility for nothing except for the choices we ourselves make. Their choices of what they did is on them. They will have to sort that out in their own hermit mode. But when we're in our hermit mode, we go through our choices that brought us to the place of where we're at now. And if we're happy with those choices, we continue forward. If we're not, we look over our choices to see what happened, why it happened, and, where it gave in. I suggest everybody should have a tarot deck and talk to Spirit. Spirit will talk to you through the tarot deck. Spirit will talk to you any way you need to talk to Spirit. And, just ask Spirit for truth. Yeah. Queen of Water. Use your intuition and help yourself heal through working in tarot cards. That's what I did. I healed through using tarot. It was an awesome tool. It helped me know when I was on the right path. It helped me to know when I wasn't. It was a little scary sometimes. And at first I was terrified of the death card. And let's see, what other card I didn't like. I didn't want to get the 4 of Cups or 5 of Cups, and you begin to see that your energy will be portrayed to you of what you're in, and you have an option to work towards lifting that energy up, changing it around, and then, it's kind of like a temperature gauge for growth. Hey, yeah, XX. Yeah, temperature gauge for growth into your look, it's looking into his inner world. And that's what tarot deck cards are all about, is looking into your inner world. Now me, I would suggest, if you're not experienced with tarot, to get a tarot deck card that has for beginners. For beginners with descriptions, and it'll have it right there, what it means, what it says. And go ahead and get the ones with chakras and the music note and the yes or no, and and everything you need to know will be written right there on the card as you're working through your hermit mode. It will help you to sharpen yourself. You'll come out, yeah, like that. Yeah, that's, well, we know the bird has got to be air. We know the goat's got to be earth. And we see him holding the fire. So we got earth, air, and fire. And water is alive, and that must be the eye. I don't know, but I do know I see air, earth, fire. Oh, we're the water. He's the water, you're the water. We hold the primordial waters in us from First Mother. Yeah, from the beginning. We also hold the DNA of every one of those creatures right there, including the flaming monkey. I like you guys. I hope I ain't boring you to death. I'm going to shut down, okay? It's time to close. We got you on the road to healing. We got you in hermit mode. You're doing You're doing awesome. You're working through your elementals here. You're perfecting and healing. And I am so proud of you. And remember, it's a journey day by day by day. Day by day by day. Day by day. Every day we live, we heal. We heal ourselves every day. We heal ourselves of energy from others every day. We clean our energy every day. Especially those of us who want to be happy and have, chosen to walk that path of happiness and joy, right? Eight of Cups, have turned away from, from anything that don't make us happy. So we want to clean our energy every day from thoughts of others, from people thinking of us, from, people pulling on our energy, from people who want us to do what they want us to do, but we don't want to do it. So you definitely want to cleanse, purify, and get yourself into your own beautiful energy. You're wholesome, where you bring your divine masculine, your divine feminine together, love and healing. You master your own healing through your own love. And you look inside and send that energy. If your heart hurts and needs healing, then you want to send love to your heart. Like, you literally want to tell your heart you appreciate it, that you're grateful that it pumps the blood, the river of blood through your body, the primordial waters. You want to thank it for that. And you want to thank your mind for, for helping you to direct the healing and to direct your energy to where it needs to go. And you want to thank your fiery spirit, your beautiful self-esteem, to give you the energy to do the right thing for the right reasons. It is. It's a work. But you will be a work of art when you're done. You'll be a work of art. You'll be beautiful. Your energy will be strong. You will be cleansed, and you will have answered the call. You will have answered the call. You will have answered the call. Scribe, do not forget to write down your journey. It's important to the people who are coming after you, Divine Masculine. Make sure you write down your journey of where you begin on this day, and keep a journal as you go by. If it isn't anything but a smiley face on the page with the date on it, I'm still trying. I'll never give up. I am everything I'm looking for. You are everything you're looking for. You are. You're everything that you're looking for in life. And you'll find it within you, and then you'll be whole, and you'll be ready to share your life with others. King of Fire. You will come out a beautiful, bright leader for your tribe, for your family, for your loved ones. Warm, gentle, caring leadership, knowing what you're doing and why you're doing it, and even how you're going to do it. And this Divine Masculine is a beautiful reading. I hope you enjoy this reading. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please like, subscribe, and share if you love this video, or even if you like it, or even if you've watched it till here. Even if you don't like it, then don't like it. Like, hit the don't like button. At least give me a like. I love you. Bye-bye.